What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hoop Jogging back with another video, and I'm gonna just get straight into the content because I think this is a great lesson, a life lesson that we're seeing through brother Blake Griffin. Now, they say athletes die a few deaths in life, and those deaths include when your prime goes away, when your actual playing career is done, and then actually, when your natural life is done. And in my opinion, Blake Griffin has suffered his first death, which is him not being that rookie of the year who he used to be. Coming out the gate averaging 23 points a game. Blake Griffin is far from that area. We're talking about a 6-time All-Star, a 5-time All-NBA candidate. Blake Griffin, we know what we're watching. That's not him anymore. So Blake Griffin now, smartly in my opinion, is starting to usurp a new role in life, a new identity. So we see him taking on the number 91 like Dennis Rodman because he's trying to usurp that frenetic energy that he had. Because if we remember things in context, Blake Griffin was not liked when he first came in the NFL, in the NBA, because they said he went too hard and like plays that you posted. It's kind of understood that you play a little buddy ball as far as, rebounding after a free throw. Blake Griffin would go hard. Like Blake Griffin would try his best to get a rebound on the free throw line, and most people know you just kind of go through the motions. So I say all that to say that he has that in him to be a workhorse like Dennis Rodman was. And no disrespect to Dennis Rodman, man, one of the best rebounders this game has ever seen. But if we're being honest, Blake Griffin has that in him to be that, but he's shown to have a lot more offensive prowess than Dennis Rodman had. And now that their offensive game isn't there because he has an inconsistent three-point shot, he's extended his range out there. But for career shooting 32%, nah, you're not a three-point shooter, brother. But what he has that hustle gene in him. And what you're seeing now is him sparking that energy through the Dennis Rodman mentality, as it were. Everybody talks about Mamba mentality. He's going with his Rodman, his worm mentality, and trying to redefine himself. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea because Blake Griffin being a relatively undersized big man, now it's hard to say that at 6'10", but he ain't the most, and he's a cut guy. He's just not physically imposing like a traditional big is. But his thing was he was fast and he went hard and he kind of willed himself to what he was. Now that, and it's funny, it was a running tagline that he doesn't even dunk like that no more. And that was Blake Griffin's whole thing. Like, he came in as a dunker. So with that being said, this new mentality that he's lending himself to the Boston Celtics to be is an excellent idea. Because what the Boston Celtics missed was another big off the bench who could handle the moment. Because your boy Robert Williams, good at what he does. Al Horford, good at what he does. But they needed somebody else. And they were, over the years, depending on guys like Tice, depending on other little supplementary pieces. And Blake Griffin can mess around and be a whole new version of what a team could use. And I think it's perfect because he's entering his last few years, and he's 33 years old. So he's on the downturn. Last year, he put up 6 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. He's not who he used to be. I think we all can understand that. But you usurping the Dennis Rodman energy, which is you go all out for your team. You're all about rebounds. You're all about defense. I think this is a beautiful play if Blake Griffin can execute this, because that's what Boston needs. Boston doesn't need any more scorers. Now, what they do need is a point guard. But they also need supplementary pieces that they're going to go all out to help your Jaylen Browns of the world, to help your Jason Tatums of the world. Those are your guys. Those are your marquee pieces. So if Blake Griffin can come in and usurp that Dennis Rodman energy, that is a extremely good piece that's going to add to the Boston Celtics' success, because Boston was close, man. Obviously they went to the NBA Finals. They lost to a better team with the Golden State Warriors, but they were close. They were damn close. So if Blake Griffin is really committed to this new role, I love this for him. because this is where, what they call it, brothers, they call it a renaissance period where you redefine yourself and you redefine what your value is to a given thing. And if he can come back and be this defensive stopper, be a rebounding savant, as it were, that's great times for the Boston Celtics. It just is. So I'm looking forward to this because I always wonder where Blake Griffin would be because, as we all know, when he went to not the Boston Celtics, I'm sorry, pardon me, when he went to the Detroit Pistons, you saw his career was on a downturn. Once he left L.A., it was on a downturn. And then now in Brooklyn, averaging 10 points his first year, 6 points last year, we all saw the writing on the wall. And so again, he's only 33 years old, so it's not necessarily young. It ain't old either. So if Blake can reinvigorate his passion for the game, which he's definitely shown. Because, name me players from OU, that's Oklahoma University, that's come to the NBA level and have dominated. Him and Trae Young, that's pretty much where the list ends. So he's proving himself, at an early time. We're talking 2009 when he first came in, having that injury, and then 2010 coming in and being as good as advertised. Blake has earned the right to be in this position. But some people can say it's more hype than product. Some people say, the NBA was propping him up, with the dunk contest and all that. But he earned his keep. And so much so that people did not like him early on. But now, again, in your renaissance period, when you being 33 years old, you being an older guy, this is your time to show what you really are. And I think him taking on this Dennis Rodman role is brilliant. It's brilliant for his brand, and it's brilliant for the Celtics. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I really think the Celtics, this is perfectly what they need if he commits to this role. Because reality is, if this doesn't work out, Blake Griffin's done. He's done. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Because, last year when he played 56 games, his body just ain't holding up no more, man. But if he commits to this, because, and I want to say this last thing before we go. If y'all remember, Dennis Rodman at one point was done before he went back to the Bulls because he went to the Mavericks after leaving the Spurs, and he was kind of seen as a sideshow, but he went to the Bulls, and Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson got his mind right, and he turned to a rebounding savant, led to 3 more championships. So am I saying the Boston Celtics are going to be a 3-time championship team? No, absolutely not. However, what I'm saying is that's the team that's at the cusp of a few pieces away. And like I said, a point guard away and another big man presence away. So if Blake Griffin can redefine himself and reinvigorate his career, I think this is an excellent way to go. So y'all tell me in the comments what you think. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.